Now, David, we didn't show the opening cinematic to this level on TV, so we're going to show this to people just online, right?
I guess we're starting. Are we already starting, or can we? Right. Yeah. Yes. Well, this is her intro. So this is Iron Maiden. As you can see, just to show the scale, you can see her little, tiny little character inside this thing.
That's cool. You got a little title come in.
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like that,
yeah, absolutely. A little more production value. You know, it's 2011.
Well,
we got to up our game.
You got live action there, which we haven't seen yet.
We have live action with. I'll tell you what. If they only gave out Oscars for cameos in video games, you would be.
We'll see.
Oh my God, it's really, you know what, dude, I tell you, the movies have shaped up so much better. We were, as we talked about.
I know I brought him down a few notches.
No, you were great, actually. You were really great. And it's like, I mean, they showed me the sequence, and I'll tell you later, but it's great. I mean, these guys in LA, this studio called Create, they've taken all this green screen stuff, and you're just going on faith that it's going to work.
Right.
And then to actually see these artists come in and actually create these worlds and these effects, and suddenly it like takes it to a whole new level. So the world of Twisted Metal in this game, I think, is really the most realized and most varied that we've ever done. And so I think it's one of those things that people who love Twisted Metal or who are looking into getting into it, I think this is going to be such a great.
Well, what I love is, normally Twisted Metal, it's always, small vehicle, or like, vehicles, and then we have these huge bosses. I mean, the scale of it, I just feel like it really is, this is something, you look at this is a Twisted Metal that could only be done on PS3.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. No, I mean, to be fair, though, I remember Sony saying to us, they said, hey, they said, we want to put a single player in the game. And we said, we'd love to. We didn't know you wanted that. And they said, yeah, absolutely. They said, but we got to have God of War scale bosses. Yeah. So that was kind of the seed. We said, really? So no. So the minute Sony said that, we were off and running. And so.
Stig better watch out. All right, well, Twisted Metal looks great. I'm sure we'll see much more of it at E3. Yes. David, great seeing you as always. The FCC will be giving you a call.
No, I'm so screwed. Oh, well, what do you do?
Take care. All right, we'll be back live in just a few minutes.
All right, welcome back to GTTV. I'm Daniel Kaiser, and I could not be more excited to introduce you to Casey Hudson from BioWare. We've seen Mass Effect 3 already, but we're going to see more, an extended edition of the demo. Tell us what we're seeing.
Well, you saw the press conference stuff, and this is some of the stuff that we're showing behind closed doors. It's, a pretty significant stretch from the actual game. We're going to see combat, cutscenes. This is how the actual game's going to play.
Let's take a look.
However, I'm fine, Commander. Females kept secret, possibly a mole in STG, could be indoctrinated. If no Krogan alliance with Turians, Reaper's left unchallenged.
We'll do more than challenge them.
Shepard, meet us at next checkpoint. Cerberus likely to target.
So right away you'll notice that the weapons are just a lot more hard-hitting, and Shepard's got a lot of new mobility stuff, and it really works with a lot of the cutscenes that we're doing and the cinematic moments. That was just a little point of view segment there. So we're really weaving a lot of the way that the combat and the cinematics and everything works together. So it really blurs the line. It's a very cinematic experience.
Right, and a big focus this time around on melee combat, correct?
That's right. Yeah, so we've got lots of really cool stuff that you're doing in and out of cover. And we have a new weapon called the Omniblade. And the Omniblade is that right there. It's essentially a hologram blade that you can flip out like a switchblade and use it in a visceral melee attack whenever you want. So as soon as you do it, it's pretty addictive. You want to do it again, let these guys get up close to you. And it really changes the way that the combat feels. You can also use it in a bunch of different situations as well.
Moving around the environment seems a lot quicker and more intuitive as well. Talk a little bit about that.
Right, well, you'll see Shepard take cover here. And so in addition to the cover stuff, we've also got like rolling between cover. Shepard is able to do combat rolls to the side, forwards, backwards, and this allows you to get in and out of trouble a lot easier and faster. So you can use that Omni Blade, rolling into cover, mantling things a lot faster. So that really helps. And the other thing is, what you'll see here is these enemies have more complex behaviors. These particular ones here are carrying shields, and so you might have seen that in the game before. But the cool thing about Mass Effect combat is that you have a squad of 3 characters. So while 2 of them are fighting the guys up the one side, Shepard's able to move around, and now flanking actually really does something interesting. The other things you can do is it makes powers more interesting because you can get your squad to actually rip that shield away with a biotic power like pull, or you can have someone just hammer it with a concussive round that knocks them back. So now tactics just make a lot more sense when the enemies are a lot tougher.
Excellent. What are we taking a look at here now?
Shepard's going to move this pod up ahead.
Containment shield strong, but not designed for direct fire.
This isn't your problem, Commander. You don't know me.
But I'd like to. Hang in there. How many more checkpoints?
Just landing area. Hope Urdnot Rex still waiting.
Rex can't keep his hands off a fertile female. He'll be there.
I'll see you up top. Enemy!
All right, we're talking a little bit about the squad mates there, and obviously we were talking about that before, but what can you tell us about the characters in the game?
Well, you're going to bring back a few characters you might have seen before from Mass Effect 1 and 2, and we're introducing a whole bunch of new characters as well. Right there you saw how Shepard's new mobility stuff allows you to actually be stealthy, and you can combine that with the Omni Blade to be stealthy and pretty lethal, just pulling guys right over cover to use your Omni Blade attack. And then we're also going to show how, you know, there's another style of play. You're really choosing how you want to play, and up here we're going to show more of a run and gun approach. So we're basically going into slow motion with this adrenaline power, throwing grenades, getting in those squad powers, and you can just basically bring all of this stuff at the same time and do a run and gun style, and you can see chaos ensues.
Absolutely ensues. It's pretty intense, and as somebody who's been following the series, it's obviously a lot more action-oriented. But talk about the RPG elements as well. It's not just an action game.
That's right. Yeah, we've really deepened the whole RPG experience, so you're not just getting access to new powers now, you also choose what version of those powers you want. So we're going to move it up ahead here, and what we're going to see is a Cerberus Atlas. It's not just an enemy, it's actually a vehicle that you'll get to control in the game.
Pod then transfers to loading area.
Let's get you out of there.
Shepard, heads up. You've got incoming.
All right, that's going to do it for now. The game is looking amazing, but that's not all. The Battle for Earth is beginning soon online at GameTrailers.com. You want to see that? The extended version of the demo is coming out. Casey, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it, and best of luck with the game.
Awesome. Thank you.
Are you loving all the exclusives but afraid that you'll go through withdrawal after E3 ends? GTTV has you covered. Every week we have exclusive trailers, gameplay, and interviews from the industry's hottest games that you won't see anywhere else. Jeff Keighley knocks down developers' doors, grabbing early access to the biggest games. If it makes news in the gaming world, hosts Daniel Kaiser and Amanda McKay are on the scene. And Justine Nazarek previews the latest gaming tech. Gaming doesn't end with E3. Tune in every Thursday night, 1 a.m., only on Spike. Do you have questions about the biggest games at E3 for your favorite developer? Social media correspondent Justine Nazarek is taking your Twitter and Facebook questions and comments all day, giving you the opportunity to interact with gaming's biggest names. If you're on GameTrailers.com, just log into our chat widget to the right of the player and ask questions using your Facebook or Twitter ID. Those of you watching the stream on your mobile device or via one of our syndicated partners, make sure to use the hashtag GTE3 or follow Game Trailers on Twitter to participate. We'll also be soliciting questions and highlighting user feedback on our Facebook page at facebook.com/GameTrailers. GameTrailers.com lets you take E3 on the go with live video streaming of all the major press conferences right to your iPhone, iPad, or Android smartphone. You can't get to a computer or TV, take E3 with you anywhere right in the palm of your hand. Log on to GameTrailers.com on your iOS or Android device right now to get access to the latest news, hottest trailers, and most importantly, our continuing live E3 coverage right in the palm of your hand. No E3 badge, no problem. We have you covered at GameTrailers.com. Can't wait for Mass Effect 3, Uncharted 3, and Zelda? Well, every week, GTTV has you covered with exclusive interviews, gameplay, and trailers on all of 2011 and beyond's biggest titles. Whether it's a character reveal or a new level you haven't seen anywhere else, GTTV has it first. Segments like Comeback Facts and Future of Fun take you inside gaming like never before. Event coverage goes beyond E3 as GTTV has one-of-a-kind reveals at Comic-Con, GDC, and PAX. GTTV is changing the game. Level up with us every Thursday night, 1 a.m., only on Spike. No need to leave your seat. Game Trailers E3 All Access continues with the Ubisoft media briefing. Last year gave us Joel McHale, Laser Tag, and Michael Jackson. What could Ubisoft possibly have in store for 2011? What's the latest news from the Assassin's Creed franchise? Catch the 2011 E3 Ubisoft press conference live right here on GameTrailers.com at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today had the biggest names in gaming on Spike, and this Friday night at Guy's Choice, we've got the biggest names in Hollywood. Don't miss Guy's Choice Friday night at 9 p.m. It was an amazing show. Keith Richards, the reunion of the Fast Times at Ridgemont High with Sean Penn.
Yes, of course.
Amanda and I were there. We had a lot of fun. You guys
Justin
can watch
Timberlake,
it.
All sorts of good stuff.
Yes, Friday night at 9 p.m. on Spike. Now, getting back to E3, based on all the online traffic today, it looks like Battlefield was a big winner. Record number of streams for that EA press conference with Battlefield 3 and Mass Effect 3. Game looks pretty phenomenal.
You liking it?
I think so. I'll go for some online battles and that. Yeah, I think there's so much more to show with other vehicles and jets, and you know, it's great to see that EA is really competitive now with Modern Warfare. So we're gonna have to see what happens there going forward. Now,
Left us wanting more.
they have. Now, there were a lot of other great games that we saw today as well. I mean, I'm just so excited about some of the stuff we've seen with Skyrim from Todd Howard. He came here and showed us the first gameplay of that. That's it's a gamer's game, but to see, I mean, how beautiful that world is with the dragons, and this is in one of the dungeons here. And people that have been playing Elder Scrolls have always wanted the game to look better and better, and this is an amazing game, and we really appreciate Bethesda bringing by this footage. It's definitely in the running for game of the show, I think, and they'll be doing a 30-minute demo at E3 that, of course, we'll have on Game Trailers. And we also got to see Batman Arkham City for the first time. Amazing to see Catwoman in there.
Yes,
she looked pretty good.
I
That's your Halloween costume,
discovered
right?
why I've been saying meow all week, because I was just so
You were
excited
saying
about
on your
Catwoman.
tweets.
I was at Guy's Choice. I just kept going meow. Now I know
Yeah,
why.
so Batman I thought looked amazing, and again, that's another game where I think they've teased us with little pieces of it. Hugo Strange we haven't seen a lot of yet, and I think we'll see him in the gameplay, but it was great to see the game in action, and that's coming out in October from the guys at Rocksteady. And when you look at, the world, I think it's great that it's more open world, and then the Catwoman playable sections, and you also have these moments with all these villains. There are these Riddler challenge rooms that I was playing a few weeks ago, which are a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see more of that. All right, Amanda.
Well, we have got even more E3 coverage online starting tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 8:30 a.m. Pacific, and it's all going to begin, of course, with the huge Nintendo press conference, an exclusive Zelda demo, and lots more. So make sure you join us over at GameTrailers.com for the rest of E3 today and tomorrow.
That's right. We're heading to GT Online for Justine, Amanda, and Daniel. I'm Jeff Keighley. Thanks for joining us from E3. The action continues online right this very second at GameTrailers.com.